Hi, so I want to talk today about Football Index. Is it the right time to invest or the complete wrong time? There's like so much negativity on the market, but I just wanted to actually look at what they've done and discuss it very shortly to see, I know people's initial reaction to this is all negative. So I'll tell you, I'm Rob Turner. I joined the platform a few years back. I I only invested a very small amount and doubled my money, took it out, and then about less than a year ago, um, so after the coronavirus, I started getting back involved. I did end up putting about 5 grand in it, which is a lot of money for me. And then at the start of this year, I ended up taking about 3,800 out and left about 1,200 quid of my money in the platform. Which now is, if I was trying to sell it, it's probably worth about £100. So it's very frustrating. But I just wanted to start looking at it. Is it the right time to invest now? I mean, lucky enough, I took that money out and put it in Sorare, and Sorare is obviously flying at the moment. Um, you know, probably what I've invested in there has doubled, so that's, at least I've put it somewhere and it's done some good. But looking at Football Index now, you know, obviously for the rest of this month, you get the higher dividends if you win Star Man and Star Player. And next month there's probably going to be another big drop when Football Index stop paying these higher dividends and people um, take out their very little from the initial investment. But I just wanted to talk, right? So now they've changed it to 3p gold day for England, France, Germany, and a penny for second. And if you look at this realistically, if you're actually now buying players so cheap, like I think I saw Kuna for, the low bid on it is 5p, and you've got to think, I don't know if he's got much of a chance of getting Star Man or Star Player in the next month, but if you're picking him up for 6p, and then, he can win it a couple of times, even at the 2p or 3p, you're getting such high amount of your investment back now. Obviously there's a big risk that it might go bust and everything like that, or there might be a takeover, something, la di la di la. But this now becomes a lot more of a gamble if you do put your money back in or any money in. I have a friend, he has like 20 grand in there, which again is a lot of money. I know people have got a lot more money in, I know people have got a lot less money in. You only I mean, you only gamble what you can afford generally. Sometimes people go a little bit crazy and put more than they can afford in the hope that they're going to get more money back. End of the day, you put your money in knowing the risks. But I'm just wondering right now, looking at the prices on offer, people are just selling to get out because they're worried for the product. Is this a slight opportunity to put your money in, buy not the A-listers but the B-listers in the top leagues, for next to nothing, try and pick people up for sub 15p. So you imagine, like, if you do pick up Kuna for 6p and you've just put £50 in him, you're getting so many shares for him. And if Football Index does survive and recovers, and maybe like actually increase the dividends, we're probably not looking this in a year. You could be in a very strong position. Could not as well. It could go bust. We know they could lower the dividends again. They could stop paying dividends for a short while. I mean, we don't know what they could do. But I'm just saying, right now, as the product is there an opportunity to cut your losses, sort of thing? Treat it as a new product, start again with it, reinvest. I know my friend who's got 20 grand and is putting a grand in today to buy sub 15 pence players. I'm not going to right now because I think next month they're gonna drop even more, which might be really horrendous if you end up spending like a pound 50ish on a top player. Do you know, if you get Bruno Fernandes, for instance, or if you're paying more than 50p for Mbappe, sort of thing. I don't know if realistically you're going to get that money back over 3 years with these low dividends payouts. But if you're paying 6p and 7p, and you can get 100 shares for £77. Obviously, if you put £50 in a player, you're getting a significant amount. As long as you pick the right players again, there's the element of risk. But put everything aside, put your anger aside, put what they've done aside, put your trust in the product aside, because I know mine has completely gone. In fact, like for what I have in there now, it's worth nothing. It's not even worth selling. It wasn't even worth selling before. Now now it's divided by 10 and it wasn't worth selling before. So you've got two options. You can sit it in there, let it disappear after 3 years and take out whatever dividends you get in there. You can reinvest as option 2, or option 3, you can just take out what you can. They're the sort of options you're stuck with. Option 3, you're probably taking a tenth of what you've invested in. Option 2, you've got potential to lose money, whatever you now put into the product, because we don't know what's going to happen to it. But you've got to be realistic. Like what they've done is horrible, but it's a new product now. It's got new rules, and you have to look at this and consider, really, is it worth putting some more money in and see what you get? Because well, in my opinion, they're so cheap that if the product Football Index does survive and doesn't get bought out, let's just say it stays with the jokers in charge, and eventually they do recover and up the dividends, you could be quids in. It could be your only opportunity of buying these A-listers and B-listers for sub 50p, sub 15p for B-listers. When I mean B-listers, it's more the the players you like having, the players you like, but they're not the Mbappes, Haalands, Sancho, Fernandes, Rashfords, De Bruynes. And you've really got to look at youth. You can pick up top youth players next to nothing at the moment. Obviously, if you do reinvest, you've got to realise if the product doesn't recover in 3 years and it's still paying these low dividends and it's still losing more and more of their customer base, and it doesn't go abroad and they don't follow through on anything, it might not be best move you ever make. But you just have to put that aside and decide, do you want to take a risk, another risk in the product? And I'm going to be thinking about that next few days to see whether it's worth putting an extra £1,000 or £2,000 in. Pick up these players really cheap. I'm also considering it maybe next month when people might drop again. Sorry, I left the background noise on. I probably should have thought about that before I started. Anyway, it is what it is, the product now. This is the product going forward for, I imagine, at minimum 6-12 months. And you've got to make a decision on if you're going to keep it in there, you know, the risk of that 3 year coming in and your bet disappearing and you ending up with whatever dividend you make in that amount of time and then selling for a poxy penny or two. If it doesn't recover, you've got a chance of it going bust. But then if you look at the opportunity with reinvesting, it might be one of the best decisions you do, because if it does recover or get bought out, and you know, the potential could outweigh the risk, but you've got to really think about it. Anyway, let me know your comments. I know it's all going to be negative, but you know, if there's someone out there thinking of putting some money in, can you just let me know your reasons why? And do you still have any faith in the product, or are you just doing this as like you've got so much money invested in it? This is the only way realistically you can claw any amount of money back. Or are you just an opportunist? And if you're maybe new to the platform, and you're seeing this as a massive opportunity, and you've got some optimism in what they're doing, just let us know in the comments and I'll try and come back to any. But anyway, thanks a lot for listening. Bye.